Welcome back. You're watching The Money Show, and it's time to get your mutual fund portfolio queries answered. And today on the show, I am joined by Nisreen Mamaji, CFP, MoneyWorks Financial Services. Nisreen, good evening and welcome to the show. Just in case our viewers watching right now want to send across your questions, you can do that on a WhatsApp number 865-797-4571, and the email ID is themoneyshow@etnow.tv. All right, Nisreen, let's begin with our viewer queries as well. We have our first viewer connected on the phone line, Amit. Amit, good evening. You're calling from?
I'm calling from Hyderabad.
Hi, thank you so much for sending us your question, Amit. And as per the details you've sent, you want to know the maximum number of funds one should be having from a particular
Yeah.
AMC. And you have 3 funds from Nippon. You have the small cap, mid cap, and multi cap. And
Yeah, that's correct.
obviously these funds are really performing well. Now you want to know if it's a problem to be having 3 funds from the same AMC, and you have mentioned that you have exposure to other AMC funds as well. Um,
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a long-term portfolio and you want to be investing for 20 years until your retirement.
Yeah.
What's going to, okay,
Yeah.
so the question is more about having exposure in the same AMC, right?
Yeah,
A
that's correct. I
concentrated
wanted to know
exposure.
whether
Sure, sure.
yeah. I wanted to
All right.
know whether this will be a kind of a diversification. If we have more than 2 funds in the same AMC, will that be okay, or is it necessary to change AMC?
Sure. All right, let's get that answered, and I think it's a very right question from an investor's point of view also, and especially of a fund house, you know, where the schemes that you are invested into are really performing well. So Nisreen, we see a lot of viewers, usually we get the same kind of question where viewers have funds from SBI, you know, because most of them have their salaries account, and not only SBI, but wherever they have the salaries account, it's seen or it's noticed that they have, if the bank is also having a mutual fund or an AMC, they are invested in that. But what do you think Amit should be doing? He has 3 funds from Nippon AMC. Although the funds are performing well, but then is it too much of concentration? Because then you will be following the same kind of AMC philosophy, you know, going ahead in your portfolio.
Sure. So, actually, it's a very valid question and one that, a lot of people do ask me. So I'm glad that Amit has brought it up. See, basically what happens is there's no real issue with having multiple funds from the same AMC, but only that you have to ensure that, the funds that you choose will give you the diversification across the different asset classes, sectors, market caps, and follow different investment strategies, and also ensure that there is no duplication of stocks. So typically what happens is if you're dealing with one company and the same fund managers is probably, might be managing more than one fund in the same fund house, there you might have an issue of duplication of stocks and sectors. So as a process of diversification, it is always better to deal with various asset management companies rather than put all your eggs in one basket. So theoretically, you should be investing in various AMCs and have, possibly maybe 1 or 2 maximum in different categories with one asset management company, and you will be able to locate equally well performing funds with other asset management companies. So you should be doing that. That's the first option. In case you would not, you can stop your SIPs and restart. That is what you should be doing. I'm not suggesting that you sort of redeem your investments and restart fresh. Whatever you have right now, you can let that continue with Nippon, and then maybe you can restart, your SIPs with other management companies also. That will give you a different flavor of, fund managers, asset classes, sectors. So definitely you should try that out.
All right, Amit, all the best with your investment, and hopefully you would diversify your AMCs also. Shreya's question we will take, Nisreen, and she says that she's a student and just starting her career, and she earns 20,000 per month, and she wishes to invest in mutual funds. She's been following the show as well, and she wants to invest up to 4,000 a month, and she wants you to give her a fund recommendation. Currently, she has a small amount invested in Parag Parikh Flexi Cap, Nippon India. She has HDFC Mid Cap and ICICI Blue Chip, HDFC Balance Advantage Fund. And she also started a SIP in ICICI Pru dividend yield fund, which is negative for her right now. But then she wants to understand if she can stay invested in these funds or exit. Shreya, I so wish that I had you on the phone line. It would have been great having a conversation with you and knowing that as a student you started your investment in these kind of funds. So what actually made you do that? Your inspiration, because this is a great learning for all the investors who've been thinking about and not taking a step towards their investment journey as well. But then we don't have her on the phone line, but the question is pretty clear, Nisreen. So what would you like to advise her?
Sure. So she's selected actually excellent fund. She's got a flexi cap fund. She's got a Nippon India Growth Fund. She's got HDFC Large and Mid, and she's got ICICI Pru Blue Chip. So I would also definitely like to congratulate Shreya for having started her investment journey so early. Being a student, she's managing to save money and put it away for her longer term goals. Excellent, very well done, Shreya. ICICI Pru dividend yield is currently, not doing well only in the very limited time frame. Overall, it's a very good fund. You can continue to hold it, but you can also, if you're investing for the longer term, SIP of 1,000 rupees, you can also start in the iPru Business Cycle Fund or the Tata Business Cycle Fund. So the Business Cycle Fund normally will select the stocks of, from a top-down approach. They would select the sectors fund first. So it's very much like a thematic fund of funds, but, it will go directly into the sectors and then select the stocks later. So basically, they'll have a macro view of the economy and then the sectors, and then last the company. So since it's a top-down approach, it would add a little flavor in terms of investing style to what you're already doing for the other funds. So you could consider, switching over the dividend yield fund. The business cycle fund of both Tata and iPru, both are excellent, and you can select either of those. So otherwise, you can continue with the SIPs that you have. They're all very good. Parag Parag Flexi is an excellent fund in its category. Nippon India Growth Fund, HDFC Large and Mid, and iPru Blue Chip. So well done on on the mutual fund selection, and way to go, Shreya.
All right. With that, it's a time up on the show today, Nisreen. Thank you so much for joining in and helping our viewers with their financial portfolio queries. And time to sign off as well, but I'm going to leave our viewers with our WhatsApp number and email ID so that you can send across your queries. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.